How's it going, people? My name is Shadow and we are here again in Conan Exiles. In the last episode we ended up moving our base. Didn't really move the whole base, just moving location. You know how it is. And we went to Sepameru, the city of relic hunters, and we had an accident. I was not expecting it, to be honest. But last night where I left you off, I ended up actually finishing off the house. Let me quickly run inside and show you. It was this bit right here that was giving me issues, and like I did say, it can go. For those of you who either copy the build or do something similar, where you've got your square foundations and then your triangle foundations set out like this, to do a roof like that. If you have that issue and you still don't know how to figure it out, I will quickly show you right now. So let me quickly grab my hammer, some insulated wood, and do I have any iron reinforcement? I know I've got some being made. I literally harvested all the metal around there. I've got about 4,000 iron, maybe about near to 5,000. Got about 4,500, got 200 odd in each of them. And I've got about 2,000 iron reinforcements here being made, so let me quickly grab some of those. Now, this might turn around and say, nah, I'm not going to do it to you this time, but I will literally show you what I did. Ended up getting rid of that piece, so let's get rid of that. And very, very quickly grab the wrong piece, pushing the wrong buttons, grab that, and as you can see, it won't snap there. All I did, stop flashing, Jesus Christ. I grabbed a ceiling piece, slapped it down there, grab that, and then it literally snaps to that. And then go ahead and grab the inverted one there, get rid of that, and then put back the end. And there you have it. It literally sits there like that. Perfect. It is very finicky, these pieces. I mean, if you're doing it on a proper right angle, it'll fit perfectly, but when you're doing stuff like this, sometimes it'll snap there, sometimes it won't. It's very, yeah, I can't think of the word, but it just doesn't like doing it. As you can tell with all the boxes, I literally went and grabbed all the important resources. Well, I said important resources as I saw the words putrid meat, or I saw the putrid meat. Won't really call that important, but it will be useful for when we start doing our farms. Made sure I grabbed the staff because he will be coming with us today, and I grabbed all of the rolls. Yeah, and this is what I've done over here. Obviously you just quickly saw it. This isn't permanent, this is literally just where I've slapped all the benches for now. I will be working on this a little bit more in between episodes, building it up. I don't know if these platforms are going to stay though. I mean, I thought about it and then I ran out of resources, so that's the reason why I'm making a load of iron reinforcements. I've got him making a load of insulated wood as well. I'm definitely going to need a lot more. But what we are going to do today is first run to the Mound of the Dead and attune the obelisk, because when I was doing the run up and down, by the time I got back down to the base, I did find another one skull crocodile. I killed it and got some demon blood. We now have enough resources to make 2 map rooms, which is what I will be doing. I'm going to make a map room here, so obviously we can get around, and then we are going to be heading down to here, going to speak to Conan, and then into the unnamed city and speaking to the Archivist. I need to take the Staff of the Triumvirate with me, because...
Oh, look at this place. I haven't seen such a mess since the fall of Fallujah. And look,
yeah,
the Archivist.
Right,
oh.
You can shut up. Put you in my inventory. Yeah, if I do remember rightly, I have to take him to the Archivist. And then once I take him to the Archivist and exhaust his dialogue, I think he's going to go on about the map room, which then I need to place down. Which, obviously, I'll be placing down the map room anyway. But first, let me quickly go ahead and make a platform before we do anything for the map room. I have no idea where I'm going to stick this thing. There we go. Now we can run up and down. Right, let me get rid of all the resources I have in my inventory. Grab the Yeah, get rid of all the resources that are in my inventory. And we need to head to the Mound of the Dead before I do anything. So put that, and that back in there. You can go into there. Saying that, you can go in there as well. Let me stick the Staff of the Triumvirate in as well, just in case I do die over here, because this place can get a bit, yeah, there's a lot of skeletons, and, witch fire skeletons? Witch powders? I don't know, the blue ones, the tough ones. I mean, I do absolutely love being up here. I know this place so well, where the iron is, iron absolutely everywhere, so it's just beautiful, and there's a little cliff that overlooks the place that you can climb up to from where I am. They've actually put bears up there this time. It's nice to know that we can get ourselves a decent lot of thick hide, and yeah, we're going to be getting so much tar, so we'll be able to make our steel fire, so we can make ourselves steel and then hardened steel. But we are level 53, we are so close to star metal, which is literally right there. All of this, we can get some star metal. But we are here at the Mounds of the Dead. I have to try and remember where the obelisk is. I always get a bit confused around there. Right, you do not see me. I will at some point place a Wheel of Pain here, because this place is really good for thralls. I mean, you can get some decent thralls out of this. The obelisk should be around here somewhere, I think. Whereabouts am I? Yeah, I had a feeling it would be on this side. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice to watch. And that was a meteor shower. That is how we know when there is star metal. When that happens, all you need to do is head out towards where obviously the meteors crashed, and then you can go and get yourself some star metal. You need to blow them up a bit, and it is getting dark. I do apologise. Yeah, you need to go blow them up, so either use demon fire orbs. I don't know if you need to use grease orbs on them anymore, but I remember before you had to use a grease orb on them before you could use a demon fire orb. Have I climbed the wrong mound? Yes, I have. I know there is a way up there, but I'm just going to quickly climb up. You can probably only just see me. There we go. Right. Attune to the obelisk. And let me get the hell out of here and back to camp. Right. Yeah, that is where the obelisk is. Yeah, let me head back to camp. And then we will head back down to the... I'd say the Shattered Springs. It's literally right outside the WarMaker Sanctuary. I don't ever remember there being a camp in the middle here. Who are you? Braga.
What brings you to this God's cursed corner of the world, Exile?
I don't know.
I don't know how much help I can be to you, stranger. I can't even seem to convince my kinsmen to give up their delusion. I feel like I must stay here. The goat-livered idiots in this clan are still my kin. And there are whites, of course. It's an endless battle to retain my sanity. I came north with a companion, a Shemite who cut me from the cross. He died on the road, but before he did, he saw a great deal of this land. Here, we have an ancient battlefield. The crimson lotus that blossoms in the soil is proof that blood was once spilled in great quantities. North, there is snow and ice, and a temple all aglitter with frost and falling stars. I have spoken with a strange frost giant who told me we were living in a dream. In the volcano, I met a strange cult who claimed to hear whispers from the ruins there. They tried to stop me from leaving, but I left them to their delusions. North is a black keep and a silent legion who guard it. I dare not stray too close. That is the north. I have also ventured into the east. First, I found the old enemies, the Asir and the Vanir. now lying and calling themselves the heirs of the North. I passed by their village, where they herd mammoths and worship their frozen god. On an island, I met a ghost who sang to me, though I did not understand her words. I found a cave, which led to a passage, which led to a swamp, where cruel and twisted creatures stalked the stagnant waters. And still, further east, I came to the shore of an ocean, or an inland sea. Here, I spoke with pirates building a ship to set them free. These are the things I saw in the east. But west? There is only one thing in the west. A tomb built into the side of a mountain, sealed with a huge door. I tried to get inside, but there is some spell or curse which prevents it, and I do not hold with witchcraft. There was a dead man by the entrance. Perhaps his spirit would have tales to tell. I will stay here and defend my people, stranger. Behold our hope that they will eventually come to their senses, and we can make a plan to escape this empty place. But you have no obligation to me or my people. Find a way to bring the curse wall down. Free us all.
I don't think that's possible.
I don't know how much help I can
Yeah,
be
now
to
he's just
you,
going to
stranger.
repeat himself. What we got?
can't even seem to convince my
Okay.
kin-
So yeah, obviously he was telling you about obviously his kinsmen who were here. Mate, can you shut up? I'm talking. Yeah, he's telling you about his kinsmen here at the Mount of the Dead fighting the whites and the skeletons. Then he told you about obviously everything up here. I think the castle of crystal that he's on about is the I think it's there, the frost giant keep, where you can learn the obsidian stuff. And the frost giant that he's saying that he spoke to is one of the followers of Ymir. I think, if I remember rightly, he's along this ridge somewhere. I think he's here. We can learn the Ymir religion. Obviously, then he's telling you about the volcano, and then to the east, obviously, the sea, the ocean or the inland sea. The pirate ship is there, Buccaneers Bay. The swamp is this section right here, and he's talking about a cave, which to be fairly honest, I thought that cave was only one way. It will bring you out, I think, somewhere around here, I think it is. Which obviously you can go through and it'll take you there. Apparently you can use it the other way now. But I could have sworn it was only one way. And the singing voice is there. We will go there and I'll let you know who it is. Or you can try and figure out who it is yourself. But yeah, the singing voice that he's on about is there. As for the west, with the door and everything, I believe he is on about up here at the Dirgewood. I think it's here somewhere. I think that is the Scourge King. That is one of the bosses we need to kill to get one of the pieces we need. I am literally just going to be ignoring all of these because I cannot be asked to deal with them at the moment. Just going to run all the way back at base. So, yeah. I will see you back at camp. Alright, we're back at camp. I'm just grabbing a few resources because I know that when I get down to the WarMaker Sanctuary area down here, I need to build another platform for the map room. So I just want to make sure that I've got enough stone and wood on me so I can build the platform. I know there's probably going to be enough stone around there, but I want to grab some just to make sure. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but at least I got some to, you know, get me started a little bit. So what we're going to do right now is, yeah. Dump for that. I don't need that, and I don't need that. Take the stuff of the triumvirate, and go ahead and take, how many of them did I need? Only 35. I'll go ahead and just take No, wrong buttons. 35, take that and take that. And I think for that we are good. We've got... Oh, my torch is broke. So I need some fibre. Of course I do. Will you give me fibre? Yeah. Alright. Repair my torch. Right. Food, hammer. Yeah, I think we're all good. Got that evening agent. Yeah, we're all good. So, let us head over to the WarMaker Sanctuary and get a map room built down to there. And then go speak to Conan and the Archivist. That one. It is a bad time to take a drink from coffee. Thought that was going to take a bit longer to load. Right, I think I should be able to build something here. Yeah. Right at the bottom. Beautiful. Right. Yeah. Right. Now will you let me put it here? Sweet. Right, now we have a map room right next to a obelisk. Beautiful. So all we need to do is activate that one, Round to the Dead, and we can get back home. Beautiful. Right, that can get dropped, that can get dropped, that can get dropped. Now, let us run up to Sepameru and go and speak to Conan. Also, with that being there as well, it saves me a bit of a run that I used to take. Honestly, it wasn't a bad run. It only took me about 5, maybe 10 minutes to run from base up here, down, through that gap, just to get to Brimstone Lake. But at least now I've got a map room to just fast travel back and forth. Weird thing is though, is that for ages, a lot of us were asking for, you know, a quick way to travel around the map and everything. And they gave us the map room before they gave us horses. I mean, a bit of a weird way to put it, to do it, but yeah, either way, you've got two ways to fast travel around. You've got horses or rhinos. You've got your map room. You now have the transportary stone, I think it's called. Mate, would you... Wait, stop locking onto them. Yeah, he knew he was going to lose a fight, so he ran. But yeah, you got the transportary stones, the sorcery things that you can make. That, from what I have read up, you only get them when you completely max out the Book of Karak, which we will do eventually. I just need to get more stuff. Right, I'm hoping the Prowler's not. Have you changed? You have changed. You are... No, you've just switched places. Right. Oh look, the nothing's spawning in again. Right, since we are here, Conan.
So you live, and we meet again. Tell me, have you had a good chance to look around? Seen your fill of these exiled lands? It's not too late to get back on that crucifix.
I mean, me personally, yeah, I've seen everything the exiled lands has to offer, except for all the new dungeons. But let's carry on.
Any fool can see that you need answers. Left hanging for the vultures on that cross. A cursed bracelet that keeps you trapped in this place. Everybody trying to kill each other. I should leave you all to your fate. I don't have the stomach for sorcery. Give me a foe that I can strike with cold iron. I'll be here a while. His wine tastes like boiled camel's piss and the bread's half weevil, but I'm comfortable enough. If you have questions, ask.
Yeah, I don't even want to know how you know what the wine tastes like, but okay.
I wandered for a while after I pulled you from that cross. In the south, I found desperate souls and Darfari man-eaters. In the east, apes that walked like men among the overgrown ruins of an ancient city. I found an amphitheater where the ancient dead walked, and the memories of ancient battles stained the sand. It stank of sorcery, so I left. I have traveled far and seen much, from the glittering ice of Asgard to the jungle expanses of the Black Kingdoms. I have been thief, pirate, and mercenary. But nowhere have I seen gods as I see them in this land. These avatars that stalk and spread destruction in their wake. These are not gods. These are what men want gods to be. Weapons. There is a woman. I freed her from the cross just as I did you. I followed her trail across the exiled lands. I missed her here by a scant few hours. She had left in search of a map room and a way to free herself from the exiled lands. Her trail ended in the map room. She was gone and all of her companions slaughtered. Listen. If you have news of Razma of Shem, let me know.
Right, just before we continue with that, with Conan, right here, this is where you're meant to go to once you, start the game. This is the first place you're meant to go to, because obviously the tablet at the beginning says all roads lead to the city. This is the city that it's on about. Going here, not the unnamed city, but this one. Go here, speak to Conan, and obviously it tells you about going to seeking out the map room, the same as Razma Shem did, so you go and speak to the Archivist. So, let's carry on.
What do I know of sorcerers and their feuds? I do not dabble in the dark arts. But whoever and whatever put you here is a wielder of the dark arts. You are like a wolf in a trap. You struggle to flee, and yet, in the end, it will kill you. Be smarter. Find out what they want, then hold it close. They will come for it. And then your jaws around their throat. Just remember this. If you do succeed, if you do manage to find a way to remove your bracelet and leave the exiled lands, you will have to make a choice. Stay and be the hero of your own story, or leave and risk losing it all. The choice will be yours. Choose wisely.
Right, now I think he repeats.
Any fool can see that you need answers.
So, let's move away. Yeah, that is Conan. He obviously tells you about a few things to do. But this is the thing that confuses me. Obviously, if we go to our journey steps, I think it is Adventurer. Yeah. You have to acquire a rare piece of knowledge. I haven't a clue what that is. But it says that you need to reach level 60 before you can do this, so you need to go speak to Conan. Use a fragment of power. Be a world boss. Find and open a legendary chest. Then go to the library, and then speak to the Archivist, and then attune an obelisk, and then access a map room, and travel to an obelisk. All of that is way out of order. Especially the fact that you need to be level 60 when you can do all of this, like, from the get-go. It's a bit stupid that that unlocks when that is. So I need to make sure that when I do this, I do leave at least a obelisk to go and collect. But right now, since we have spoken to Conan, let us head down to the archives and go speak to the Archivist. Exhaust his dialogue, and then hopefully staff will tell me what I need to do next. Obviously I know what I need to do, but I think this video is going to be more lore than anything else today. Right, I need to try and remember where the entrance is. I think it's that bit there. No, there is a way out here. I mean, yeah, that looks like where we came out yesterday when we were on the horse. You know what? Just have a bit of action. Let's fight some things. Drop anything decent? You drop some shaped wood. And some puffball mushrooms. Yeah, I've got enough of all of that, but I'll take it anyway. I am not going to be bothering with the undead hyena, were-hyenas, I think they're known as. Yeah, we don't have werewolves in Conan, we have were-hyenas. Explain that one to me. You know what, since we're here, let's actually speak to the WarMaker as well. I know I put it off the other day, but let us speak to the WarMaker since we are here. Hopefully this lot doesn't chase me all the way up to him. Have you returned? Lovely. Right, let us speak to WarMaker Klael.
I smell you, human. The stench of your kind has not improved throughout the eons. Ashes and dust, human. Ashes and dust. All that remains of what we once were. An echo of an echo. In my mind, I still walk the streets of our city. The iron scent of blood as I pass the temple of the old serpent. The thrumming power in my veins as I chant the ritual of summoning. The intoxication and ecstasy of knowledge. Ashes and dust. When the world was shattered, your people came to us as refugees. We were generous. We gave them the wild north. They built a city there amongst the trees and practiced weird sciences and worshipped their demon gods. For 1,000 years, there was peace and trade among our peoples. But your kind is ever seeking, ever grasping, ever multiplying. War was inevitable, and when it came, it was terrible. I see that you wear the bracelet, human. When the war between our peoples began, we created such to bend the prisoners of war to our bidding. My kind are long-lived and slow to replenish our numbers. And as we dwindled in the war, we increasingly came to rely on human prisoners to provide us with labor. To that end, we created the bracelets, to bond your kind, to control your movements, to allow you to understand our language, and to prevent your kind from escaping. But that was an eon ago. To what purpose they have now been attuned, I cannot say.
See, even the WarMaker doesn't know why you're still here.
I was one of the triumvirate that ruled this land. The Archivist concerned himself primarily with the collection of knowledge, and the Priest King had dominion over our spirits and the rituals of our faith. My people called me the WarMaker, for it was my duty to keep them safe, and for a while I did my duty. I held the northern passages against the humans. Together with the Archivist, I established the watchtowers to warn us of the coming of the humans. They burn still, bonded one. When their color changes, it is because those of your kind have crossed the borders to our kingdom with the intent to slay, burn, and kill. In the end, we were betrayed. During a skirmish in the north, the humans revealed a new weapon, forged of their strange science. It smashed through the ranks of my troops, turning those captured in its blast into solid stone. Those who survived fled south to lick our wounds. During this moment of weakness, the Priest King came to me with a proposal. A new ritual to counter the human sciences. A powerful magic to scour the landscape and drive them forth. In desperation, I agreed. Do you understand, human? In ages past, this was the most fertile land in our empire. And then I unleashed the magic that created the sandstorm. And I lost control of it. I betrayed my people to a slow, dwindling doom. I've been alone in the darkness for a long time, human. Few have come to me over the eons. But there was a man who came here years ago. I had not spoken with another being for thousands of years, and there was a hunger in me for conversation. He did not wear a bracelet as you do, so he learned my speech, and he listened to me talk of this city and what it once was. And for a while, as I described it to him, it lived again in my mind. Perhaps I spoke too much. When I told him of the greatest artifact of our religion, the serpent ring of Set, he left me to search for it. And now your kind come into my city again, wearing the slave bonds and disturbing the dead. Time has taught me that coincidences are simply patterns that I have not yet understood. Ashes and dust, human.
Yep, and now he's repeating himself. So, since he's repeating himself, let's head over to the Archivist and exhaust his dialogue. Yeah, him and the Priest King worked together to create the sandstorm. Obviously, he created the sandstorm, he lost control of it, which is the reason why we have this lovely desert landscape along here. And you can see how it cut through, going down. So obviously the jungle's still fine, the highlands are okay. So, yeah. And the dude that he's speaking about, the one who didn't have a bracelet and actually spoke to him and listened to him, he is the one who actually stole the Serpent Ring of Set. That is the only item that we cannot get. I think the Archivist actually tells us about it, so let's go and speak to him, shall we? Hello, you glow... Oh, hello. Anything new? Some brick. I'll take the brick. Alright, unfortunately we don't have any more fragments of power on us, so I can't access the library, but let's go ahead and speak to the Archivist. And exhaust his dialogue.
Do not be afraid, bonded one. I am just a shadow, a whisper of what once was. Before the fall, when this kingdom raised knighted pillars of black stone to the sky, I was called the Archivist. Have you come to seek a way free of the bonding bracelet, human? There is only one chance, and a very slim one at that. You must assemble the items of power that were present at its creation. The diadem of the Giant Kings, the mask of the Witch Queen, the tears of two races, the star of the champion, the heart of the sands, the shining trapezohedron, and the serpent ring of Set. I fear I set you an impossible quest, human.
Now, unless they've moved them, I know where all of them are.
The diadem of the Giant Kings was once worn upon the brow of the Priest King. He fell in battle with Tyros, the Deathbringer, in the battlefields of the north. More than that, I cannot say. The Priest King was the most passionate and most volatile among us. I fear his downfall will not have been a simple matter. The Witch Queen of Lemuria was our great enemy in the dying days of our race. Her people came to us as refugees, but even as they took our succor, they plotted our downfall. She was present at the creation of the bracelet, lending her power to ours. Her fate is unknown to me, but she always ruled from her city in the swamp to the east.
Now, when we find out who the Witch Queen actually is, it's very, very confusing. But I'm sure there's a bit of lore behind that.
The tears of two races were simple to obtain when we performed the ritual. We simply took our tears and combined them. But who is left to weep for both races? Although tales persist of Tyros the Deathbringer, he was born of both races. Our blood mingled with theirs. Perhaps his tears could be enough to fulfill the requirement. Obtaining them would be quite the feat. The star of the champion lies buried beneath the sands of the arena in the east. I remember well the day that Tyros killed the mighty dragon. He wept to defeat such a noble creature. He placed the star upon its brow. As far as I know, there it remains. The heart of the sands, or simply the Scourge Stone, was an artifact of power. The Priest King used it to create a weapon, the Sandstorm, that he swore would be our salvation. He gave it to the WarMaker to unleash upon our enemies. As far as I know, it was destroyed in the attempt. But perhaps the WarMaker has more insight.
Please don't tell me I need to go speak to him again.
The Serpent Ring of Set. It was our most powerful artifact. It was kept in a tomb beneath this city, and then one day, a human came. He had all the words and signs of power. He passed through every ward and trap we had put in place. He took the Serpent Ring of Set, and he left. If you wonder why you wear the bracelet, wonder no more. It must have been this man who called himself Tochamon. Dedicate yourself to recovering the other artifacts. You will not recover the Serpent Ring of Set as long as you are trapped in this empire. Perhaps it will be enough. When you have the artifacts, You must place them on the receptacle, north of here. Once you have filled this vessel with the artifacts of power, it will create a keystone. To remove your bracelet, all that is required is to touch it with the keystone. And then, mortal, you will be free. But freedom will mean giving up all that these lands have come to offer you. So choose wisely. How did I die? I was betrayed by your kind. In a place called the Circle of Swords. I went in good faith to meet the Witch Queen. She had promised peace. I was cut down. My bones were left to rot in the wind. And yet, my spirit has always belonged to the Archives, human. So, I am here. And here I shall remain. Have you come to seek a way free?
And now he just repeats himself. So yeah, that is all of the items that we need to collect to remove our bracelets for the end of the game. And when it comes to it, obviously I will be taking a nice long approach to doing this, purely because some of the fights are pretty difficult. And obviously there are much more things that the Exiled Lands has to offer, with all the new dungeons and everything to go and explore. Now, I'm not going to go bother speaking to the WarMaker again, because I know that he's just going to repeat himself. We've already exhausted his dialogue. We know what he has to say. So, look, I have an army following me. What I am going to do right now is head back up to the WarMaker Sanctuary, where I put the map room, and head back up to base. So, I shall see you back at base in a minute. Alright, so here we are back at base. Let me go ahead and stick down the Staff of the Triumvirate and see if he has anything new to say since we have spoken to the Archivist.
Ooh, the diadem of the Giant Kings. An artifact of singularly unimpressive power. My former master, known as the Priest King, used to wear it as a symbol of his authority. His head looked like a carrot with a silver belt wrapped around it. But it certainly provided him with all the qualities you'd expect of an elderly authority figure. Stuffiness, a great love of his own voice, and the inability to control his bowels. The last time I saw his face, I was tumbling down into the dregs. It was right before he went north to do battle with his half-breed son, Tyrus. I checked the northern battlefield. Someone has probably smelled him.
And pretty much he's telling me to go and speak to Braga, which we have already done. So, if I remember rightly, our first boss to get our first piece is, I think it's either this bit or this bit. I think it's this bit here. Obviously, we won't be doing that straight away, but at least we know where our first major boss is that we need to go and fight. But I am going to leave it there for this episode. This is more a lore episode. We have a bit of story on everything we need to do and a bit of backstory on the history of the Exiled Lands. But what I will probably do in between this episode and next episode is build this place up. I mean, I think you are still making all of these iron reinforcements. Should have at least 2,000, maybe a little bit more. Altogether, you are currently making a load of insulated wood. So, this place will look a little bit different in the next episode, and I think for the next, well, I know I'm going to build a, don't kick, I'm going to build a animal pen to stick right there, and I want to go get myself some gold vein rock noses, so I need to go get some rock nose eggs. For that, we need to go down to the den, which is right here. So obviously, we can just fast travel there, go through the mountainous peaks, rocks, spires, whatever you want to call them, and then head over to here. I will make sure I take a bedroll with me this time and actually place it down somewhere out here, so I don't have to run all the way back down. And then we will go into the den, and hopefully the merchant who sells the rock nose eggs is still there. I will jump on my single player just to see how much they cost. I think I have gold coins. I think I brought them with me, did I? Yes, I have 50. I have some gold bars as well, so I'll probably make myself a casting table in here. It's the one thing I didn't make. Obviously, all of the improved stations I did dismantle from the old base and replace them with the tier 1 version, so obviously we've got all the tier 2 shit up here. So, next episode we will go to the den and get ourselves some rock nose eggs. This place will look different when you see it, hopefully, next episode, if I have enough resources to actually do some stuff. But anyway, people, thank you for joining me, and as always, my name has been Shadow, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, the rest of your evening, or wherever you are in the world, and I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye.